Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here and we're live and we're getting set for what I've called the stream today as the beginning of the business end of the season. We're in the final of most final furlongs of the season, both for domestic stuff as well as we're seeing obviously semi-finals of Champions Leagues and all that other good stuff going on. But we are getting set for a massive Sorare game week here for the Deadline Show. I am Quinny and I am joined as always by my co-pilot, Harry Trades. Harry, my man, good to see you.
Yeah, great to see you, mate. Yeah, buzzing to get back with you. Yeah, exciting weekend, mate. To be fair, I was having fun last night building my my top shooters lineups very late into the night. Busy evening last night for me. So building lineups obviously for members like we do, and then got onto my own, and it was by the time I knew it 1 a.m. So yeah, took a little while, but yeah, I had a ton of teams this weekend. In fairness, yeah, it was fun building those, and then obviously everything else. But yeah, what about you, mate? How have you been getting on?
It's been a busy week. It's kind of like a half week for me. It feels like back to base Monday, and then kids have still been yada yada, hundreds of stuff. So it's been a weird week. I can't believe it's Friday. It feels like Wednesday. It's kind of the way it's sitting for me when it's obviously not Wednesday. Wednesday was a while ago now. But
this week's flown, by the way. Like I've blinked and it's like actually just completely evaporated. Weird.
It's gone.
Yeah.
And I was saying to you for the last Deadline Show, I built my teams quite last minute. I had a lot of fun doing it. This week was kind of similar. I felt like I had a little bit less fun this week. I don't know why. I think you said you were going after the top shooters. Like I never really prioritized it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get quite? It's great to begin our specialists in season. All about that. Don't get me wrong,
right.
But I didn't really feel like that's not really one I could probably hit this week. But you felt optimistic.
Kind of. Yeah, I didn't even not from like it's probably the first special where the thing that makes it special isn't even like in my mind when I'm building, as in like the whole like double for a shot on target. Like it isn't really going to come into it too much, I don't think. And then the mind, obviously the BCM is a big thing. Like in a way, I think you'd rather not play forwards, wouldn't you? You'd rather not go double forward because like I think there's more downside than upside. Personally.
That's an interesting POV. I was going to say I'm looking at my teams. I've got 2 double forwards and a double mid. So
I've done double forward as well in one of them, but then it's like, think about it. Like, if they do get a BCM, it's -5, right? I think double. And then I know they could get a shot on target within that. So whatever, they still could be, it'd be a -4 overall. And if they get +6 for the shot, and then obviously, the -10 for the, but like if they miss the target, like -10 is huge.
Yeah, that is big. For sure. Yeah.
It's so I was thinking like a negative, a positive, like the opposite of a positive second decisive, isn't it? Obviously, you get +10.
Because I was thinking the main thing I thought the main thing it forced you to do was to play double forwards. I never even really thought. But if you're not going to go double forward, you need, I think, 2 mids that are like getting the edge of the box stuff or set piece taking defenders to make up for it. Because the idea is if you can get someone to get an extra 10 points out of it, that's a guy that's scoring 70 to now 80. And that 70 rated defender in another competition doesn't really, hit as well as the 80 scoring defender or midfielder, so.
That last one we did, the defender one with like the interceptions and tackles, like that was just cut. Like you had to play the big tacklers and interceptioners. Like that just had to happen. Where here, I'm just like, I don't know. I think you want to play as least amount of forwards as possible.
That could be a good move, by the way. Depends how the goals fly in, I suppose. I've went for guys that I thought would, like for my classic team, I've got Depay and Larson, so I just thought like I'll just go with guys that are hopefully like just get a goal or 2 anyway and sprinkle on top. So like normally they would do like 70. That's the way I kind of thought. But like, if it's a good game week, they do like 72. That's now like 80, 85, my or whatever. But I like that alternate approach as well. But I think you need to your mids need to be really on point then, don't they? Because that could take like your 62 mids that normally like gets a goal and 2 AA to maybe being 75 or something, So
that's interesting. And it's in season and classic, which I thought was a nice little touch. Like you didn't have to play in season if you didn't have the cards, or vice versa. I like that one a lot. I didn't build it first necessarily, but I definitely played a couple of my bigger hitters in there, especially in classic as well. Because if I don't have like a D1 in, let's just say, just call it Chow, I might as well just go throw it in the special, because it's like I'm not going to do too much in D2 or D3.
Yeah, I totally get that.
That's always how I think.
Yeah, D1 above all is definitely the takeaway I had last week as well. But yeah, fist bumps to all on arrival as well, and we'll get stuck into that as well as a few other bits and pieces as we fire towards the game week. But where we always start off is with the matchups tab, where we want to see the main runners and riders, who's going to be the heavy hitters, the big swingers, the big movers, the big shakers across the leaderboard. And like, yeah, there's a lot of familiar badges there, but that's there's no Man City, there's no Real Madrid, no Barcelona. There's
Yep.
a few guys missing down to cup action this weekend, so I'm not too sure how that affects challenger and contenders and stuff like that. But certainly in champ, there's openings.
Yeah, yeah. There's openings for sure in champ. Challenger. Sorry, a lot of the challenger lads. Sorry, played midweek. Like a lot of the Eredivisie played midweek. Like I know 20 don't play this weekend. For example, I don't even think PSV do. So
I
there's
think
actually
Benfica played cup midweek, maybe. I may be
yeah,
wrong
yeah,
on
they
that.
did. You're right, but there was actually like SO5 games for a lot of the Eredivisie. They literally like AZ played yesterday. Club like all the Belgium league played midweek as well.
Yes.
And they play again actually this weekend. The reverse fixtures in the playoffs. But yeah, I mean it's very much a champ based top whatever we're going to call that. Really, I know there's a few stragglers in there from Saudi and whatever, but Newcastle. I know Juve's not really in season, but Bayern, and then yeah, Liverpool. I don't know. When Konyaspor second in the matchups tab, you've got a good week in challenge, haven't you? That's like that is literally the biggest buy sign you could ever see, because
Yeah.
I know that that's like Guilherme. Is it Guilherme or whatever his name is, the left back? Maybe he does he even play anymore? Maybe he's injured. Won that Slowick's team as well.
Yeah. Slowick was there for a minute.
Yeah, so I don't know. When that's at 80%, something could be cooking in Challenger. But yeah, I mean, Newcastle, Ipswich, the Liverpool fixture being that high up against Tottenham is just wild. I didn't think this Atalanta game was going ahead. I'm pretty sure the Lecce physiotherapist passed away, and I'm pretty sure that game's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that game. I could be wrong, but as far as I was aware, it wasn't happening.
Well, let us know anyone in the chat.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we've got a new Guilherme at Konyaspor apparently.
Okay.
Demirage.
Okay.
I think what we're
Sporting
going
and
to go
Benfica to dominate Challenger. Yeah, I don't think you'll be far off there, Rico, man. Benfica's the one, isn't it? They can just be so powerful from so many areas in their 11. It's just worrying and
fully stackable, really, aren't they?
Yeah, from top to bottom. Feyenoord could be interested. I know they don't have maybe an 11, maybe not even a 5 these days, where Benfica probably have 2 5s. You could put out.
I think Hartman's back fit now, isn't he?
Yeah, but he hasn't really been scoring well, if I'm being honest.
Well, home to Pegs Walbert. It's a good comeback game.
Off at half time here is not a great sign. I don't know. They just got the goalie's usable. Jacob Moda's usable. Paxiao, you can get away with maybe a Paxiao. Look at how many injuries. I don't know what's going on with them, but Hanko and Trauner are normally good for a bit of AA. I don't know, mate. It feels a bit diluted this weekend. I can't lie. Looking at this anyway, which is not a bad thing.
Look how high Bodo Glimt are after getting to the Europa League semi-finals now.
Bookies are scared,
flying. Yeah.
Bookies don't want any of that smoke. Leverkusen at home to Augsburg. Villarreal. I don't know, mate. I think PSG play tonight against Nice. I don't know where that comes up on the tab, but Fenner away. Monaco, that could be quite tasty, mind, away to Le Havre.
Yeah.
Ajax maybe at home. Marseille play Stade Brestois. That could be
all right.
Could be decent. Yeah.
I played my Marseille boys together.
Did you? And then we get into MLS, which
that's a weird one to be top. Columbus and San Jose.
I guess it is kind of weird because San Jose have been relatively okay. Mind you, Columbus at home have been not like blowing teams away, but they've just been grinding results. Yeah. Like they're just hard to beat. I know it. Into Miami went and beat them last week, but it's into Miami. Gala play 4th in the league. I don't know, mate. Honestly, I haven't focused much on Contender just because I'm not. My guy doesn't really center around that. But as far as what I've been building for Challenge Champ, outside of Benfica, like we've mentioned, I'm just not seeing anything incredibly worrying. And then I think that's the only Prem game, isn't it? Or one of only 2 or something.
Yeah, Liverpool Spurs was up, and I don't think there's another one.
And Newcastle, sorry, yeah, there's a
Newcastle. Yeah,
Yeah,
Newcastle's a
yeah,
great
that
one.
one could be. Newcastle could end up doing a bit in champ mine because we know how dangerous those stacks can be. So I'm a bit now that we've said it, a bit worried about those.
Yeah, I think Newcastle's a
Chelsea
great
play,
fixture.
sorry.
Celtic are
Yeah.
away to Dundee United, and it's one of those ones where we win the title on this one, so it's going to be
Oh,
proper party
okay.
atmosphere.
Have to win, or you just winning it anyway?
It's kind of both, like win the day and we win the title kind of thing.
Got you.
So, and we've won the league a few times at Tannadice, Dundee United Stadium, so I'm expecting it to be a 5-0 or something like that.
I like it. I like it. PSG, like we said, at home to Nice. Cincinnati, yeah, we're mixed in now with a lot of the MLS lads. Rapid Vienna. Oh, Brighton plays. Sorry, yeah, I might be a bit mistaken with the Prem. It's obviously the Liga that only has one match, isn't it? Prem has a good couple.
Yeah, Prem's missing the FA Cup semi-finalists, I think it is.
Got
Which
you.
is Palace, City. I forget the other ones now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Arsenal? Don't think Arsenal play, do they?
I think Arsenal are in. Yeah, so I think Arsenal must be there, and somebody in the chat will be able to help us.
Yeah.
But I think that's what's missing. On that note, all of the lineup projections that we do here on the Deadline Show, of course, powered by Predictify. If you are going to get your own Predictify account, so you can check out all the intel, all the matchup, all the projected teams for all the lineups. For whatever region your clubs and squads are, please, when you sign up and get your account sorted, use code Quinny Harry at the checkout. It goes directly to supporting me, Harry Trades, and obviously the Deadline Show itself. And they've been great sponsors, great supporters of the channel. They do great work for the community as well. And especially now that we get the percentage odds coming on to Sorare, that you do notice the ones that, like predictions are predictions, so you don't throw muds kind of thing, but I like having this. I think we do quite well out of this as well. So yeah, great sponsors of the channel, great sponsors of the content. Thanks very much to everything they do. And if you want to support them, support the channel, support the community effort for the lineup projections across European and world football, as I say, use code Quinny Harry when you open up your account. And not only if there's any little sign-up incentives, that will sort you out with that as well. But the first Prem game we've got on the screen here, we'll go with Chelsea-Everton. I shared this last night, Harry. I was doing lineup building for... Was it lineup building? Yeah, it was lineup building for the channel members. And it was this video that went viral of Nicholas Jackson last week. I don't know if you've seen it in the warm-up.
Yeah, I watched you. Yeah, I watched you watch it. It was hilarious.
Yeah. He's on to start, despite never wanting to take a shot into an empty net. He's on to start up front. Palmer,
I can
Sancho,
relate
Neto.
to what he did. Sorry, I can relate to what he did, but he just did too many of them, obviously.
Yeah.
But sometimes you do overdo it because you just want to get your touch. But he did 15. It's just five's plenty back and forth,
Yeah. It's like fucking just take your shot. You'll get another ball. It's not like it's going to burst or something,
It was the only ball left type of thing.
Yeah. But strong looking Chelsea front four. Caicedo and Enzo in the engine room. Back fours, kind of, what we've come to see in recent weeks. And they're taking on Everton at home.
Yeah.
I said Everton were going to be born last week, and I think they were not born, but low scoring. I think that's the way that one went. I forget who they had now, but unashamedly themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's enough in that team really to turn over a Chelsea side. They might score or whatever, but I still fancy Chelsea to score maybe a couple against these. It doesn't look like big Tarky's playing.
Oh, yeah.
Big miss for them. I guess he's suspended or maybe injured. Yeah, you've got to fancy Chelsea there, haven't you?
At home, yeah, they kind of need the points. They're pushing high up the table as well. So, this is a real 6-pointer. And it is confirmed now, isn't it? Premier League is top 5 for Champions League. That's isn't it?
I'm not sure. You could be right. I honestly haven't heard much about it.
I've started hearing English media openly say top 5 now is a phrase,
Got you.
So that's what anyway, maybe chat again, feel free to correct us on that one. We've got Brighton versus West Ham, Matt O'Reilly in to start next to Matoma, YOLO, and otherwise the rest of the team looks really good. Minty, it's been a while since I think I've seen him in the big starting lineup, and also Welbeck, we know what he can do. They're taking on former Brighton manager Graham Potter and his West Hammers, and they're playing Carlos Soler, the king. It's going to be Soler versus O'Reilly in midfield. It's got to be a must watch for all the friends of the channel out there. Kudus, Paqueta, Fulkrug. They got a good result last week, I'm sure, West Ham, didn't they? Or they did okay.
Yeah, they played Southampton, didn't they? I'm sure.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Southampton. Yeah, I mean, if I'm Brighton again, I can't see a route to a clean sheet right now with Brighton. So this will be both teams. It's just I don't know which way it goes. Like the winning team.
Baleba in at centre back.
Imagine him just charging forward with the ball through the lines. That could be quite fun.
Is that tactical or is that through necessity?
I think Van Heck is either suspended or injured. Yeah, because I guess Veltman could play there, but yeah, I guess he's not a centre back by trade, is he?
Yeah, both teams to score on that one. Feels pretty
They
solid.
drew with Southampton in the end, the lads are saying.
Oh, jumping jimmies.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, is that what happened with Fulkrug? I don't know. I just knew Fulkrug went viral and I thought it was winning the game vibes, but no.
Oh, no,
yeah,
he was fuming
raging
after the game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's what it was. He was absolutely raging.
Yeah.
So, yeah, points dropped on that one. The top Premier League game, one of the top games of the game week, Newcastle still on the victory lap from winning the Cup at home to Ipswich. And Jacob Murphy, Ballon d'Or. I think the campaign is well underway now at this point. And the rest of the team kind of picks itself, doesn't it? It's just get the ball to Jacob Murphy, isn't it?
Seems that way, man. Yeah, everyone else is just nil and void, aren't they? Even he sat just in his shadow. I don't know what it is. Jacob Murphy's just on absolute fire. I was looking at Harvey Barnes' like most recent score as well. He's been just green after green. So yeah, Newcastle are playing some good stuff right now, especially first of 5 purposes. So if you can get the 5 right, that's the problem, because any of the back 4 could score like 80 plus on their day, couldn't they? Any of the midfield, really, maybe not Joe Linton, but Bruno Tonali. Barnes is a mid, I believe. So then I think even Murphy's a mid, isn't he?
Yeah. I was going to say, so by the way, is maybe the top shooter team Fabian Schär, Murphy, and Barnes mid cards.
Yeah. You could do the whole
Isak.
4. Because
Schär loves a longie. Schär loves a shot.
He does love a shot. Wow. Yeah, you might have called it there because you're right. Murphy and Barnes are both mids. Could be a Charlie Dunbar weekend in top shooters.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have something somewhere. And this is make no mistake about it. This is the Ipswich team. Good luck to them.
Yep.
Southampton are at home to Fulham. And Fulham beat Chelsea last week, I'm sure, didn't they? And that was the first time Fulham have done the league double over Chelsea. I don't know if they sealed it, but I'm sure they were winning.
Other way around. Chelsea won.
Did Chelsea win?
Yeah. Iwobi went 1-0 up. I only know this because I watched the game and I don't watch much Prem football. But Iwobi scored a wicked left foot goal and then Thingy scored right at the end, Pedro Neto.
Seen that too. Ooh. Yeah.
Barnes has a forward card in. Does he really?
Good forward card, all the same. Classic mid. Yeah. Could be useful.
Could still play both, I guess. Yeah.
This is the Fulham team. We've then got Wolves versus Leicester, which feels like a bit of a nothing game. Jamie Vardy's announced he's leaving Leicester. Feels like Cunha to Man United is done, so there's kind of like 2 striker things on the go in this game in a weird way. Vardy to score feels pretty nailed, but Leicester winning a match, it's hard to call, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Very hard, unfortunately.
Bournemouth, Man United. Bournemouth stacks to the moon on this one. Team's really strong. Team's really strong.
Yeah, it's as good as it probably gets, that middle 3 behind Devin Nielsen, and then him being fit, obviously a plus. Yeah, Adams in there, Cook, they've got legs. Yeah, that's a worrying team. If I'm United, they're just too well gelled, I think, for a unfortunately a bit of disjointed United side right now.
Effective as well, Bournemouth. Like they don't mess about. They might just win 1-0 or something, just as if they'll batter. They might not necessarily batter them, but could just get the win. Man United team doesn't look bad, but to be honest,
I reckon it'd be both teams. I reckon both teams will score. I think Bournemouth edge it.
Yeah, I'm taking Bournemouth stacks all day on this one. And then we've got Liverpool, Tottenham. Tottenham's press conference is on the go now. Son is back on the grass today, but says he is out for Sunday. So intel there just to confirm Son. Unlikely, but we'll start with Liverpool proper. My 2 guys are on 60. Everyone else seems pretty nailed. Isn't that just the way? But yeah. League title winners elect Liverpool, taking on Europa League semi-finalists and ever controversial Tottenham. Ben Davies back at centre-back.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, this team is really patchwork now, isn't it? In a lot of ways compared to how we've seen it develop through the season.
Yeah, Maddison got injured. Well, was injured. Maybe he's still alive now with that 25%. Son apparently has been on the grass again. I don't know. It's just it's very makeshift, that, isn't it? Not what Ange probably envisioned going into the final stage of the season. I don't know.
I've heard good reports about Odobert and Tell, like both
Yeah,
being
they've looked
in the same
sharp.
front three. Like they've added something. I've heard. I've not seen it myself, but
No, they are sharp players, really sharp. What game did I watch last? Tottenham played whoever they played last in the Prem. I did watch a bit of it, and they both look really good, in fairness. Well, I say really good. They look good. But yeah, just no end product is the worry.
and
Okay.
confirmation on Atalanta, it's been moved from Friday out of the curse zone into Sunday.
Some would say that is a
So,
bit of a blessing, isn't it?
yeah, we've got one game in La Liga, so we'll tackle this quickly. We've got Villarreal pushing for the top ends of the table to get into maybe Champions League, but certainly European football at home to Espanyol. My goalkeeper looks like he's staying in. Danny P looks like he's in the building. Team looks alright besides Pinos and no Baenas. I don't know if he's been out for a while or whatever, but I know Suarez played midweek. And they're taking on Espanyol. Team is on screen here. Not really much to say about them. Strong defensive stack as we've seen in the unique leaderboards time and again. Cabrera and Kambula.
That guy finished second the midweek. He's done first, second.
Well done. Love that one. Bundesliga a bit. Next up, we've got Stuttgart at home to Heidenheim. Someone tried to point this out in the live chat, but we were just kind of rolling with the punches at that point. Could be a good one. Could be a good middle stat game, is what I kind of think when I see that. Stiller, Demirovic. Maybe there's a few guys here that could do okay, but yeah, decent. Heidenheim, as we know, are no pushovers himself. How are you feeling with Bundesliga, Harry, this week? Anything that stands out for you?
The Werder Bremen fixture looked pretty fun against St. Pauli. From like a defensive standpoint, I think that might be, maybe clean sheet, little clean sheet haven, which is tough and bold to say in Bundesliga. So I don't want to sort of shout that out too loud. But I don't know. But obviously Bayern and Bayer, the two at home sort of big favourites. But Augsburg are a good team. Like, they're really good.
Just had Leverkusen on screen there. We've got Augsburg. So yeah, like it's definitely not a pushover. Augsburg defensively has been their secret sauce to being not too half bad this year. And Bayern, who take on Mainz are still pushing for European spots themselves, and they've kind of went about things their own way. They'll again probably come into this game against Bayern not really that worried, or like not worried, but like they're not like, don't lose this game because we're trying to not be relegated. It's more like we're trying to get into Europe and can we maybe nick a result here, a draw, or heaven forbid a win. Urbig still in goals, Eric Dyer still in defence, Pavlovic coming into midfield, Muller starting this one as well. Bayern still look quality, still probably going to win the league, but maybe Mainz fancy their chances at sneaking one here. And then Hoffenheim against Dortmund, goals galore.
You've got to think so, haven't you? Hoffenheim have been scoring recently as well, so I think they end up conceding a good amount. It looks like my boy Tom Bischoff's injured / something's gone on there. Brand's back in, which is pretty fun. Your boy Felix Nemeka. Carney Chukwemeka in there as well. Well, the names almost rhyme, I think, but
Nemeka, yeah. I seen Dortmund have said that they are definitely going to sign him in the summer. Like they're going to make.
Good report.
Yeah, they want to keep him.
He's Bischoff suspended. Fair enough.
Hosting Kiel at home at Gladbach. This is the Kiel team, and then they're taking on Gladbach. Full strength. I think that's a copy-paste team from last week.
Yeah.
And then we've got Wolfsburg at home at Freiburg. Wolfsburg team is on screen here. Pretty strong team, by the way. Strongest it's been for a little while. Some extra depth in there. Freiburg themselves, of course, no pushovers.
This could be goals galore, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could be, yeah. Wolfsburg, Freiburg. Feels like a one each game to me, personally. Frankfurt v Leipzig. This is a top-of-the-table clash. Big time. This should be goals at both ends for sure. Trapp is back in goals, back three. Team's still good. No Marmouche is maybe taking a little bit of something away from them, but they're still kind of plodding on, Frankfurt for the most part. And that Europa League elimination, all they've got now going on is the league. And then Leipzig, I've kind of found a bit of form. Didn't really do too well last weekend, if memory serves me right. But Xavi Simon's back from suspension. Van de Voort is in for the injured Galassi, who's confirmed won't make the weekend. So Van de Voort, who came off the bench last weekend, is going to start this one. The defence is kind of meh. You know, Klosterman at centre back with Bitshiabu, Lokeba at left back, Gertrude at right back. It's just a wee bit, I don't know. Frankfurt are scoring goals. I don't think that's any harsh thing on Van der Voort. I think the defence is probably not quite there. And when you look at that four, Simon, Sesko, Openda, I like my boy Baku, obviously. I think, yeah, this is going to be like 2 each or something, you know.
Yeah, that one's probably got a bit more goals in it, hasn't it? On paper, you've got to think.
Bochum at home at Berlin. This is the Bochum team.
That could be nice for Berlin, maybe. Away, but also a decent chance of a clean sheet. I kind of like that one.
Yeah, I think Ronald looks pretty good as a goalkeeper option this weekend. Good AA, and then if he does like keep it to 0, he'll probably fly. Bremen at home at St. Pauli. Ollie Burke has confirmed he's making a free transfer to Union Berlin. He's getting a pay rise and all the rest of it. The guy's an absolute beast at transfer negotiations.
Honestly, incredible.
He scored against, I want to say, like Stuttgart, and then he scored 2 against somebody else, but he scored like 3 goals in 4 games or something. Out of
He's
2
on
matches.
fire, isn't he? Playing for a new contract.
Exactly. So there you go. There at home at St. Pauli. There's a St. Pauli team for you as well, and that is the Bundesliga. After this, I think we'll dive into, we'll go Serie A. Oh, so Friday night, I think. No, it's not. I don't know why I thought it was Friday. But we've got Como against Genoa. A lot of my guys are on to play. Asan Diao has broke his foot, Harry.
Really?
Broke his foot. Yeah, I think I might have been in training or something, because the news only thundered to me yesterday or something.
Wow.
So gutted for him. Broken foot's a sore one. Derails the season, and you hope he's back in time for pre-season next year.
That's a gutter.
It is. But my boy Davikas might start, which is fun. And Ikone, who I've also bought for this, who's like a £1 in-season card, is now...
Is he really? Wow.
Well, I don't know about now, but like when he made the transfer in January, he was like, £2 or something in season. It's like, why not? So he's usable now, which is fun. Butez rinsed it last week, by the way. Huge score from goalkeeper. And they take on Patrick Vieira's Genoa team. We've then got Venezia. Yeah, this should be alright. I hope so for the guys I've got there. We've then got Venezia taking on AC Milan. There's the Venezia team. Not really much to say about that. And Milan, Luka Jovic, where we're making fun of him, Harry, and he came out to be a bit of a hero last week, you know. So
did he score? Did he?
Nah, he's been rinsing it. He's like he knocked Inter out the cup, I think, or something like that. So I don't know. Who did he knock? He knocked somebody out the cup. I'm sure it was Inter. So it was like the only teams that could get a treble now are Barca or PSG or some shit like that, because they knocked out Inter, and Jovic was like the man. And there was like a wee article on him, like failed at Madrid, but done all this stuff. Tijani Reinders did well midweek as well, I think, in the cup. I seen him celebrating with the fans, scoring a goal. And Milan could be getting a wee bit of a hurrah to finish the season off with.
Yep.
Fiorentina, who I read were favourites to sign Thomas Muller. We might have spoke about that last week. Now looks like it might be MLS he's on his way to. This is the Fiorentina team, which is a pretty decent outfit, I would say, especially with not playing, with all the delays they've had and stuff like that. Like, should be a good game for them at home to Empoli.
I saw, Cincinnati came in for Muller, didn't they? Did you see that?
I didn't see Cincy, but I bought Muller last night classic for like £4 because I've got a wee Bayern 2% thing lying around,
Love that.
Love a Tommy Muller. Inter versus Roma, this will be a big one for sure. Inter don't need this level of fixture right now with everything that's going on for their season. Really strong team. Bit of a change at the back. Carlos Augusto coming in for Bastoni, I'm going to say that's probably for. Arnautovic for Thuram. And Roma, no longer in European football, of course. Zeki Celik in at centre back. That's maybe some sort of cheat code on the go here. Playing a right back in there, just letting them like charge up the pitch from the middle.
Yeah, that feels a bit cheat codey.
Yeah, so that's a funny one. Maybe watch that game, see how that pans out. Juve was one of the top matches, wasn't it, Harry? They're playing Monza.
Yeah,
team's looking strong under Tudor. I like this. I like this setup. Looked good last week as well, I think.
Yeah, just tough to get in-season boys out on that one, really. I guess Colin Moani gets. Yeah, a couple of them do.
And they take on Monza. Good luck to them.
Yeah.
Atalanta Lecce, which is moved to the Sunday, and yeah, that's pretty much full strength Atalanta. Ederson and Pasalic in the engine room. Pretty much your best back three and front three. Yeah, best team. Poor Lecce. Ante Rebic up front. That'll be fun. Ramadani, Falcone. Yeah, some okay players there, but that could be a big one for Atalanta.
Big time.
Napoli at home to Torino. Vanya got his midweek clean sheet for the best of Europe thing, so that came in clutch. This Napoli team seems pretty solid, pretty stable. Torino, not bad. Vlasic is back in, but they had Giannettis play in that position midweek, I think, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Or last weekend, I forget. I'm getting them mixed up now, the game weeks.
No, you're right.
Yeah, so, was it? Yeah. So, yeah, some guys still questionable, but that looks to be the way they line up. Udinese Bologna. Udinese on screen again, still back up forwards for them. Rest of the team is as they were against Bologna, which is that's a full strength Bologna. It's been a while since we've seen all these guys in the picture, like Abasher, Fruller, Orsolini as well. So maybe Bologna are kind of coming good at this point in the season. It looks like Skorupski's in, which is music to my ears. Verona Cagliari, bit of an open one here, Harry.
Yeah, I don't think they've got much firepower though, have they? Like, well, Duda can pop a little bit now and again, score wise. I don't think there's much else going on though.
Cagliari, who I think we used to get cards for. I don't know if we still do.
We definitely did. Definitely used to, yeah.
They signed one of those Romanian guys that has never had a card for an El Coman. So always look out for those wee random Romanian guys that are in Italy that just do great on international break. But there we go. Lazio Parma, which is a fun throwback 90s game. Probably meant a lot more then than it does today. But yeah, good team for Lazio, certainly. All the usual suspects are there. And then Parma, again, not too up on some of their squad, but they're all pretty much there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to France. PSG Nice, Harry boy, how you feeling about this one?
Not great from a Nice perspective, I wouldn't say. I don't think I've played Bolka somewhere, but yeah, I can't get up for playing many of the other ones, really. The front three is really dodgy right now because they've just got so many options. Like Gastan's been like their best striker all season, and he's been benched the last couple, and it's just been a bit of a shit show, to be honest, mate. Abdi's been doing okay. Klaus, I guess. Bard's been playing in like the back three instead of Dante, which is okay. Bombito got bombed out for a game or so. There's just too many options. So like complete nightmare for SO5 unless you're just playing Klaus and Bulka, which I normally do. But yeah, PSG play. Obviously, this plays tonight. PSG will probably, they are going to play a couple of their big guns because they want to get them sort of match ready for the Arsenal game. I'm actually more curious about playing. I've got a Beraldo in season card which I won a few months ago that doesn't really see last couple of games he's been really good, so I've been playing him, but I want to play him this for this one. But I know in my luck, he'll just end up getting a yellow card and just fucking, I don't know, just stinking the place up. Yeah, Friday night. So I was going to play him in D1, but I think I've shot the bed. I'm gonna play him in D2. But mate, if Doué, Barcola plays, Dembele, like this could be, like no disrespect to Nice, but there could be some massive scores here, especially on a Friday. So.
Essentially, that's a front four, isn't it? That they're just going to unleash of just pace and dribbling, techers everywhere.
No one like Vitinha and João Neves just never lose the ball. So it's like, what chance have you got?
It's hard. The trick with this will be who gets the 90 minutes because they're going to sub everyone off, aren't they? Really?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Strasbourg St Etienne is next on the screen. Barco back into centre mid. We'll have to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Baco's been back on form. St Etienne's team is there. Le Havre, Monaco, we mentioned this at the beginning, Harry. It caught your eye. There's the Le Havre team. Doesn't look up to much. Andre Ayew leading the attack. Against this Monaco team, which, is pretty hot to trot. Looks really good there.
Yeah, and Bolo. That's interesting. 2 10s there, basically, with Bireth and Bolo. I don't know how that really looks on the pitch necessarily, but because they normally play that Ben Seguir kid, but he's maybe just behind Minamino. Akliush is probably the boy there. Charles Henrique, maybe. Vanderson. A couple of them could pop.
Yeah, could be a good one. Lyon taking on Rennes after their gutting elimination last week from the Europa League. Cherky and the boys have got to dust themselves off and go again. Fofanis 55-45 with Mikatuadze. Lacazette is back in town. And Tolisso thought his season was over, but he's now had a miraculous recovery and might make the bench for this one.
Yeah, what happened with him? They said he like broke his leg or something, or no?
No, I think it was like a suspected like metatarsal or something, but it's not as bad as it was. Something like that. I forget the details, but they thought it was like season over, and they're like, no, he's back. he's in training today.
Okay.
They take on Rennes. This is the Rennes team, which is looking as uninspiring as ever, really.
Yeah, they're not up to much, honestly, but they can always find the goal though from somewhere.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
So
surprise
Palmada and Cherky get the highlight reels going.
Yeah.
Angers at home to Lille. This is the Angers team. Then we have Lille. Yeah, Lille looks pretty good.
Yeah, David. Check that. What's all this double 9 situation going on? It's like the thing to do in France, no?
It's kind of like a weird way of playing 4-4-2, where you're
Yeah.
kind of playing 4-4-2, but you're not telling the other team that's what you're doing. You're like, oh, we're playing this guy in centre back.
Yeah, don't worry about it. David won't score today.
He's playing in midfield. Don't worry about it.
That's funny.
So yeah, good spot, Harry.
I tell you, who's been like unbelievable is that Benjamin Andre. Have you seen his scores? Oh my god,
Unbelievable, you say?
Oh mate, like he's
Mr. Consistent for a decade, but
yeah,
unbelievable.
but yeah, like dark green on a consistent basis, unbelievable.
Wow.
Like he's basically what's the French guy called for Brest?
Pierre Malheur or something
Yeah,
like that.
like him on his good days type of thing. 50 AAs twice.
7
7
tackles.
tackles, 4 interceptions. Just an absolute beast.
Where was the other one? 47, this one?
47, yeah. At Montpellier, so you kind of expect it maybe, but still.
Jesus, yeah.
Very good scorer.
Huge dual success. That's incredible. He's on it, man. He's on it.
And when he gets an assist, obviously, you're just fucking licking your lips, aren't you?
He's in the last 12 months of his contract, so maybe he's shop windowing himself.
Yep.
And then we've got Lons against Auxerre.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling about this one, Harry boy?
Yeah, I mean that Neil guy is the one. Like as far as SO5 goes, he's been doing really well. That Juma Bar, the centre half, he's like 18. He's been
guy.
Yeah, he's been scoring really well. I think he got a rookie card as well. And then Aguilar could do okay. Thomason's okay. Yeah, the front three don't do too much from like an SO5 perspective normally anyway.
Yeah. And they take on Auxerre, Gaëtan Perrin, Theo Baer, and the boys.
Yeah, they love a little away win, Auxerre, so it wouldn't surprise me.
And Montpellier looks like they're throwing in the towel. No Chotard, no Teji Savernier. I don't know if there's reasons behind that, but it feels like they're just throwing the towel in. This little Kalili Fayad, I said to you a few weeks ago, he's one to watch out for. He's one of their wee kids they're bringing through. So maybe they're getting him ready for Ligue 2 next year, or maybe they're trying to shop window him as well, who knows. But at home to Reims, 5-3-2, no star men in midfield against the Reims team, who are decent enough looking, aren't they, really? Just not been firing on all cylinders.
Not really, but they last couple I would give them the benefit of the doubt. They have been a bit better last 5, I would say, like keeping some clean sheets. Ito still can't buy a DA, but Nakamura's been getting a couple. So yeah, they've slightly got better in fairness to them.
Diego Dallo's been reported as out. Thanks a lot for the intel there. And yeah, it's hard to imagine Chotard and Teji are not out in the summer, but I don't think they're definitely relegated at this point. Montpellier, surely. I think they've still got a chance. Maybe they've just about thrown the towel in. And then we've got Nantes at home to Toulouse. Oh, Anthony Lopez is back. Good. I've got another keeper to use.
Yeah.
Yay, should be back. Right, okay, so we'll hold our breath a wee bit on it. But yeah, that's good for me. Toulouse, I'm not scared of any of those forwards for a goalkeeper. That's fine.
Yeah,
not bad. Not bad. And then, Marseille against Brest. I'm playing both my guys together. Guiri and Rulli.
Could be dangerous.
Strong team.
Mm-hmm.
Who did I see was interested in Greenwood the other day? Somebody was it Liverpool or something? I see it was like someone
Really?
big and like ooh, like
Really? I'm not sure.
yeah,
I didn't. I'd be shocked if it would be a Prem team. Maybe it was, but I don't know.
yeah. It was something like a prem. Maybe it was just
Oh,
newspaper crap, but I seen something.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Maybe not too much to read
I
into.
just
And
can't
then
see how
here's
like politically he gets back into the Prem in the nicest way possible.
yeah,
That's my only worry. Well, not that I'm worried about. I don't care where he goes, but
there's the best team.
the Brest boys, they keep Bezos out for some reason. I don't know why, but
Oh, I missed that. It's a good catch. And
yeah,
then we're on to the old MLS. Cincinnati were the ones that offered that DP contract to Thomas Muller. Somebody in the chat was saying.
yeah. I don't know how. I don't know where they'd play him. Well, they'd have to. Oriana would have to maybe drop back down to like right wing back or something because they would just have a superstar team. Because
Yeah,
you're not playing Evander and Denki, so it's like
totally.
either Oriano gets benched, which could happen for sure, or yeah, Muller plays. But yeah, weird one.
They take on SKC. Teams on the screen here, loving their
They've
best
turned it
life.
around. That won't
Yeah,
be as easy as that won't be as easy as it would have been start of the season,
no. But
mate.
again,
Quinny,
Cincinnati at home still, but
yeah, oh yeah, I still think Evander could do the business. But by the way, the victory lap on I'm shouting it from the rooftops. The Sean Johnson early buy. I mean, I know you've got like 300 of him, but I bought the super rare in season. I bought the rare in season. I was all in on Sean Johnson since start of the season, and I did my road to glory yesterday. First four scores were or five, maybe were horrendous. Mate, is L4? Have you seen his L4? He's
I've not
flying. He's
I've
got
not
like two or
cracked it
three
open.
clean sheets, bit of AA. Like, I made. They've got 7 or 8 home games in the next 9. It's
And then he's there.
mental. Yeah, look at that. 3 clean sheets. Absolutely beautiful. And yeah, mate, their fixtures is just, I've never seen anything like it. It's literally 7 home fixtures in 8 or 8 in 9. It is absolutely bonkers. I think we've got
Canadian teams get
4,
that, don't they?
1, then 3. Yeah, it's beautiful. So, yeah, but it'll be our luck now. He'll end up fucking shipping a 3, won't he?
But that's it.
Against his ex boys as well.
Yeah, well, this is a return match, isn't it? But that's the thing with Sean John and like with MLS, like you were kind of mentioning it before with other cards, different positions, but like guys that are good players, like they are good, like that. Goalkeepers are so crap in MLS as a
As
baseline,
a benchmark. Yeah.
and if you've watched it a few times, you know the ones that like, oh, he's actually like a top keeper
Yeah.
in the area, and he's clearly like been a top 3 keeper for the last like 5 years, I think. Top 5 if
Just
you
got a
want to argue.
horrendous defense. Like you're only as good as we've mentioned this so many times. You are on SO5. You are only as good as what your defense is going to allow through at the end of the day. Like you could fucking put Courtois in Toronto's net half the time, and I don't think he would even outscore Sean John because like that's just the nature of football. There's certain things you just can't do physically with just letting in so many shots and whatever. But yeah, hopefully it turns around. Well, it seems like they have turned it around since Insigne's come back, mate. There's a new lease of life with Toronto. I gotta give it to him, them, the team, whatever. Like they're not amazing, but they're better. Like
Yeah, it's a huge psychological boost having him on the
oh,
pitch, for these other guys to stay in the game and tackle a bit harder and run a bit longer. I was going to say, do you think the secret ingredient is playing Jonathan Osorio at right back and centre mid? Is that
wow. So
what's worked for them?
maybe Drake has funded duplication for the Toronto soccer team.
Yeah, a little bit of cloning on the go here.
Yeah, he's backing them.
Tavon Gray's 50-50 to return in this one. Let's see how that pans out. It's probably going to ruin my weekend somehow. The rest of the team kind of picks itself. It looks like Fernandez is back in over Ojeda after, I think, Bakrag at the start last weekend. But yeah, NYC been very meh, and I don't expect that to change dramatically anytime soon. This is the Red Bulls. They're at home to the Impact. Hack is back in. Choupo-Moting and Forsberg up top. Kind of the same team, I think, as last week, isn't it?
Well, there was a big. I was fuming about Noah. Noah Eli didn't start last week, and it absolutely just killed me. Oh yeah, it was horrible because he started every game so far. He's been their best player, and I couldn't believe it. They brought him on at half time because they were losing to DC United at home. So that just showed you, honestly, their manager, mate, he just
Donkey.
tinkered too much. Yeah, and now Dylan Nealis is in. He's out for 8 weeks, the right wing back / centre back. So they've got less options now in defence. I mean, they just not got enough firepower. Like, and then they're not defending well. So that's just a recipe for a bad team right now. Like, if they can do one or the other, it's fine. But they're not doing either right now. Like, they don't have enough. They don't have goals in them, and they don't have clean sheet abilities, which is worrying.
Yeah. Tom Halfyard echoes you there. On screen, we've got the Montreal team, which will be going to New Jersey for that match. We've then got Philly at home to DC. Quinn Sullivan rinsing it last week in the post-Gazdag era, by the way.
He's just Gazdag 2.0, but better probably, isn't he? Fast 5. Yeah, he's good. He's got his share of set pieces and whatever, and I think he's even missed it. I think he's even on pens maybe at this point. So, despite missing one, yeah, he's good. He's a real good player.
And then they're taking on DC United with Luis Barraza in goals. I don't know if you've seen this last week, Harry, but
assist.
we Luis with the assist.
Mate,
living that Ederson life. That's been his
he's
idol,
like Kim.
in that City football group.
Kim, you're only 23. You've got all the time in the world. Go explore DC, lovely city and whatever, and just chill out on the bench for a couple of months. I'm back in town.
Yeah. So let's see how he does in this one. If he can get another assist, that would just be glorious. I don't think he's going to get a clean sheet against Philly, but
probably not. No, probably not.
Maybe he can save a penalty or make an assist or something.
Benteke, what's going on there?
Oh, interesting.
He's got to be injured.
Benteke pulled out early due to injury.
Yeah,
does seem to be a shorter one. Possibly could be out for the weekend, but no news yet. Wouldn't expect any changes. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah, toothless DC. Orlando v Atlanta. This is always a hot match. Let's say it's always hotly contested. Bit of a mild derby, for lack of a better expression. Orlando, definitely. Again, I was going to say again full strength, but actually the engine room's totally changed. No Araujo and no Atuesta. Does that make them even weaker at the back? I think it does.
I mean, it does, yeah. You can't deny that. I know Araujo's been struggling with injuries. I don't know what's wrong with Atuesta. It looks like there maybe he's been dropped, if that's what they're going off, because 40%. Okay, fair enough. Maybe not, yeah. Muscular injuries. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a bit, both massive misses.
And Santos is out.
Yeah, he hasn't really. David Brecklo's actually been scoring pretty well. That Dago Dan Thorenson or whatever, he used to play right back for them, but he's always had midfielder cards for some reason on Sorare. So yeah, maybe he slots in quite nicely there. The front four doesn't really change, so I'd expect goals. Atlanta, mate, are just like honestly, they are considering what they've spent, they're the worst team in the league. In like maybe not standings, I don't know where they are, but like they're just so bad. It's ridiculous. It's worrying, and I love Atlanta, but.
Yeah, I've been hearing all the shade getting tossed at Atlanta's way over the last week. Like, spent so much money, hired Ronnie Dyla, and it's like they've just went zero. No Latiolaf for this one as well.
Yeah, Latiolaf got injured. They've had other injuries at the back. Like, I will give them a bit of that, but like they've just got. It's weird. Like, Moranchuk's not a proper 10 like you would want him to be in the MLS. Almiron's not a proper winger now. He's more of like an inside forward that. Whatever. Like, still a lot of quality. I won't deny that. Saba's probably their only proper winger, but again, he comes inside all the time, and he's right-footed playing on the left. He's tricky or whatever. They've got no midfield. Like Klitsch and Slits, he's okay, but like, there's just no legs there, mate. They're in a bad way.
I was going to say Almiron when he was first at Atlanta United was a cam, was 100% a number 10 attacking mid, and. I know Moranchuk's probably, like, if you're just to put them on paper, you think, oh, he was maybe the best guy to play there. But maybe you kick out Slits or Click and put Moranchuk there and slide Almiron back into the middle of the pitch. Just for the vibes.
I kind of agree with you. They just need another winger, though. That's the issue, to go instead of where Almiron is, type of thing.
Yeah. Like Brooks Lennon. Just play Brooks up there. He'll be all right.
He would, but then they don't have another right back. It's like they're just short on positions, mate. Like, genuinely, it's bad.
Charlotte at home to the Revs. This is the Charlotte team. Zaha's back. Pep Biel, Abada. Love to see it. Bronico and Westwood. Really strong team, front to back. Tim Ream at left back. Eat your heart out.
They're very good, mate. Honestly, like Pep Biel is unreal. Like, his left foot, his vision is insane. Like, Carlos Gil could never. Gil's look pretty sharp last couple.
This looks like, It's just put Heel in the middle of the pitch, the whole team around him, and it's like just make sure he can do what he wants to do at whatever
Every
moment he
time.
wants to do it.
Yep.
Defend, don't let him defend. Let him do what he wants. Attack, run around him. Just put him right in the middle, make everyone or get everyone to carry the water for him. And yeah, his scores have improved. He's got a decent L3, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been doing a bit better. A lot of like goals from like free kicks and pens or whatever. But yeah, I think last game maybe got an actual assist. But yeah.
And then we've got Columbus at home to the Earthquakes. I was going to say Montreal there, but I knew that was going to be wrong. And last week when Gazdag was in, it looked like Rossi was going to play Arrowhead forward. This week it doesn't look like that. It looks like it'll be Jason Russell-Rowe again. Otherwise, the rest of the team pretty much does pick itself. Shambost, I think, is injured, which is why Amundsen is in, or he's unlikely anyway. Yeah, we're off with cramp or something. So watch out for that.
Yeah, that one's tricky. I don't know. Like he went off. Yeah, he felt his hamstring and just sort of come off like the 70th. I don't know whether he's been. I actually don't know if he's been training or not, to be honest.
And they take on the Quakes, who have been quite free scoring for the most part. You know, Joseph and Arango are just bagsmen. You know, put the ball in the box and one of them will put a leg, a foot, a shoulder, a knee, something on the end of it.
Yeah. Espinosa's looked really good so far. Yeah, they've got firepower. I wouldn't say they go in here with no chance, but
the return of Daniel as well.
Cold. Yeah, Daniel probably comes back in. I think he took a knock to the head or something a few games ago. Went off injured or concussed or something. But yeah, it'll be an interesting one now.
Full slate of MLS. I don't even know if we're halfway through it. San Diego are at home to RSL. San Diego going from strength to strength. Team doesn't ever change, does it?
Not really, no. I think, Luca Della Torre comes in and out. I don't think he starts every game for whatever weird reason. But yeah, you're right. 99% does stay the same.
Taking on your boys, Diego Luna in the band.
Yeah, Luna away. Yeah, it's tough. Real tough game, this. Even though San Diego, I don't think have scored many the last couple, you've still got to fancy them to put Salt Lake to bed, I'd say.
At home as well. Oh, Texas Derby. Houston against Austin. Yep. Jack McGlynn. Brooklyn Reigns. Love his name.
Yeah, it could be the Jack McGlynn show, I think. Yeah. In this one again, in that little free roll that they've got. Jonathan Pond, wow.
Yeah. The goalkeeper roulette continues in Houston. Jonathan Bond is on the go. And I've seen a plea in the live chat for Sorare to give out in-season Jonathan Bond cards. I'm sure that'll happen soon enough, won't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They're not going to miss a trick. And they're taking on Austin, who, again, have been quietly good this year. Full strength, I think, for the most part. I don't see any key player missing. Eli Sanchez is maybe the only one, but...
Yeah, other than that, it's pretty nailed on there. Bakari... Yeah, they've looked good, Austin. Obviously, wicked defense and goalie, so you've always got half a chance.
Stuver is in that Sean John category of like he is like a good goalkeeper. So like
and he has a good defense. So like like his scores just get amplified. Whereas you stick Sean John in the net for Austin, like his scores wouldn't be too far, different to a Stuver, I would say.
Yeah, Zimmerman's been out since getting bicycle kicked in the head, and
that was rough.
So the Nashville defence is also a little bit weaker as a result. But again, I'd say Willis is maybe a category above Stuver and Sean John just because he has always had a good defence around him, so you don't really feel some of those painful free goal concessions and such, that those teams have picked up
big
here
Walker
and there.
In front of him, hasn't he?
But really strong team. Mukhtar, Tagsev, Brugman, Quasman, Surridge. It's just that defence now has got a big hole in it. And they're taking on Chicago Fire, who are favourites, I think, at the moment to sign De Bruyne.
Yeah, someone has his rights or something, don't they? I can't remember what this is a weird situation, isn't it? But yeah, there's a weird situation.
Miami or LAFC or something. It's one of the big teams, but they can't actually take him.
Right, yeah. They're like, we'll just sell his rights. It's just like, what are we doing?
But yeah, really strong front three. My boy Brian is back. And everyone else is kind of the same as what we've seen so far this season. So wouldn't be surprised if this was a good away win, just because of the Zimmerman effect. But obviously Nashville at home are very powerful. Rapids at home to Seattle. This will be a tough one to call. Oh, no Zach. What's happened to Stefan?
I think he's out for a couple of games. He's out for. I can't remember the exact reason why, honestly.
Suspension notes. 2 yellow cards in stoppage time. Oh yeah, was it like disrespecting the ref and some crap? And then
Yeah.
so the backup goalkeeper strategy has another winner out of it. Looks
But
like.
this one's weird. It's the third. That's the third keeper, I think,
Oh,
or
that's
something
fun.
mad. Yeah, he doesn't have cards, so actually it doesn't work in this scenario. But yeah, it has been working. A treat, hasn't it?
Yeah, really strong back four. Atencio's been doing all right. Bassett, Mihailovic, we love obviously. Navarro is just clutch, and Seattle have been all over the place in a lot of ways. This team as well. Jomo's back. That's interesting. I thought he was out for a bit longer. Yeah, interesting Seattle team.
Yeah,
Hard to get the call.
yeah, really tough. Really tough, honestly.
And then the next game we come to is Minnesota, who are flying high at home to Vancouver, who are also flying high.
Vancouver played last night, didn't they? Beat Messi Miami.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2-0.
Ooh, nice. I missed that. That was Champions League then, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, no, Minnesota, great team, man. Like, really good. But Vancouver, equally a very good team as well. But I just think, yeah, rotations might get the better of them here, maybe. Yeah, that's my only worry.
Yeah, big right up here. I'm trying to get a good glance across it. Ahmed came off with 30 minutes left. Nelson played 10, picked up an assist. Nelson still getting up to fitness. That's my main concern. Blackman and Vilanisevic, key players. Yes, tough game. And again, it's with the Champions League. This is maybe a wee bit secondary because they know the league with playoffs and all that. Like they can always make up games back if they have an off day and stuff. So teams like that are playing for something that don't quite have the resources, you can see them really just flip and rotate. Miami at home to Dallas should be a good one for the fans here. Strong team as well, front to back.
Yeah, I don't know about Messi though. There, honestly, because they play Vancouver again midweek, so they'll want revenge there. I don't know. Does Messi play? This is like 7-8 games in a row now. Maybe he's fine. I don't know.
I think at home at Dallas is one of those games you'll want to play because like Dallas, I don't know, they've not been great, but they're not like a weaker team, so it's like a good team to get a rep against, repetition. And yeah, like I don't know, like these guys do love to play every game. It's just physically they're not able to most of the time. But if where was the first leg of Vancouver Miami? Was Miami away
in Vancouver? Yeah.
Yeah, so they're at Miami now for 2 games in a row. Maybe that makes it easier.
Yeah, potentially.
Just a thought. But yeah, tough game. Miami, obviously the firepower favourites. LAFC at home to St. Louis. Buanga, Giroud gets his first goal in MLS after about 10 years of trying. David Martinez completes the front three. Yeah, crazy. Not a bad hit, but did you see it?
Yeah, it was a good strike. It was a good strike. Off the bar, something one there. I think I remember. Something like that.
Yeah, it was a free kick, I'm sure.
Yeah. St. Louis are struggling as well. This is a good time to play them.
Yeah, no Kessler, no party.
No Kessler, obviously. Keeper's still out. Yeah, I don't know. They could be there for the taking.
Big LA win, I think. And then we've got Galaxy Portland. This is quite a big game historically. 2 teams that used to always be the power brokers in that Western Conference, the main teams smashing it towards the top. Obviously, Galaxy did great last year. Portland haven't been on the scene for a few seasons. But yeah, there's the Galaxy team on screen for you here. Enough star power there, you would like to imagine. Still relying on John McCarthy in the net against Portland Timbers.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The Galaxy have won 1 game in 9.
Oh, really?
Bad.
That
Real
is
bad. They just can't score goals, mate. Like, Ramirez is past it, unfortunately. Peck's just a winger. Like, he's not going to contribute to goals like he did last year without, Ricky Puig and whoever else they had. So, and Painter's not really an out-and-out, like, goal scorer either. He's obviously a winger that, can contribute. I'm not denying that. And Fagundes is just like fairy dust, mate. Yeah, like, there's just no grit there for me at all. Yeah, mate, it's worrying. Really worrying.
Yeah, one that could go either way. And that is MLS. We're aiming after hot streaks and in-season prize pools and all that other good stuff as well. And with under an hour to go to the deadline, we're going to kick in now to the Challenger and the Contender stuff. But just before we do that, we've got a wee word from our sponsors on the channel, MFL. MFL Meta Football League is a football management game that takes this genre to the next level. This is an open network online experience where every club, every opponent you play against is managed and operated by another player, by another person. It's your tactics, it's your wit, it's your squad against your opponents. MFL seasons normally run for around 6 weeks, so this isn't a game that comes out every new football season that you need to go and buy a new copy of. So there's never a bad time to open your account and get your club up and running. The only thing you need to buy or to pay for to get up and running to play MFL is your club. You can buy a club pack from MFL directly and it will randomly generate where your club is located, what city and in what country. Every club is fully customizable. You can name it what you want. You design your badge. Once you've licensed your club and customized it, the first thing every MFL manager takes to is the open market. You've got to build your roster of players. Every player in this game can be bought and sold for real money, which means a lot of active traders really like that aspect of the game, for taking players that are really cheap and undervalued, and along with the player progression, maybe make them into a better player before returning them back into the market. One of the ways MFL takes this game to the next level is every player you own, you're actually their agent. So any players that you own that you're not going to use in your own squad, you can list on the market for loan, where they can go into another squad, and in return you'll get a percentage, you'll get a cut of any of the prize money that those players help those clubs to win. MFL for me really does encompass everything you could possibly want in a football manager game experience. Sign up by using the link that's in the description of this video or in the pinned comment. You'll directly support me and all the content here at the channel, but by doing so you guarantee yourself the best sign up bonuses available. If you do have any questions or you get stuck, feel free to reach out, and thanks again to MFL for supporting the channel and sponsoring the content. Hey, love that.
Love it. Right then, what we got in Challenger to get stuck into then, mate? We'll do
half a Dutch.
Half a Dutch first, and then we'll get into, I think this is tonight actually, Warwick, Utrecht. Utrecht beat Ajax 4-0 midweek, Quinny.
I seen that. Barkas was absolutely rinsing
Flying, was he? Yeah. El Karauni, 55 all-around score.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Watch him just shit the bed tonight, though. Guaranteed.
Yeah, that's normally the way it goes, isn't it, with some of these smaller teams after a big game?
Big time. Look at that. Mateus 50, 55, 45 with the
Remco.
Big Remco. NEC Herenveen. About Colert suspended, which is great. Almere City at home to the Go-Ahead boys, who beat AZ in the cup on Monday night. I think they had like whatever cup the Dutchies have. It was the final. Went to pens, I think, and Go-Ahead ended up pipping them. Courtrai play Beershoot tonight. This is the Courtrai team against the Beershoot boys. All of these, I was going to say, most of these fixtures played midweek is just the reverse, basically.
Yeah.
Like Westerly played away to Mechelen, obviously home this week. Excuse me. Bruges and St. Truiden didn't play, actually, but I think this was last weekend's fixture or something.
Go Ahead, won the cup, qualified for Europe.
Wow. Fair play. Love that.
Jacob Briam, Ant-Man, Lansana, all these guys.
All the boys. That'll be yeah, they're buzzing now. They might stay for another year.
What I was thinking about that, Harry, is remember who was the guy that sold to Ajax in January? How gutted
like
he is.
Edvardsen or something, yeah.
Yeah. Think a guy like that's gutted when that happens?
Yeah. I mean, he's probably on Ajax money now, so maybe he's not gutted, but maybe at the same time he is as far as getting to Europe with maybe, I don't know whether it was his boyhood club or anything, but yeah, maybe part of him. But depends how much money he made, honestly. I would say. Diego Costa's out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
For a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Bromby play tonight. There's a bit of jeopardy over Yuito Suzuki, who is in the squad, but he was ill yesterday, I believe. So, yeah, make of that what you will.
Jordan Larson.
The midgets. Lehan Bum's back
Oh,
out of nowhere. Leds
Red
winding
alert
up his
dish.
99. Yeah, his 99 Lehan Bums. And then we get into a bit of Turkey. 5 games ago, I think, in Turkey. Fenerbahce like 5 points behind Gala, I think, in the race for the title.
It's been going for a while, hasn't it? Freely.
Yeah.
Free captains for Laird.
Love it. 3 bum captains. Gala team, unchanged. Salai
yeah.
comes in for Yildiz.
Turkey.
And then obviously Championship, I think Leeds and Burnley are both fighting for the title of the winners of the Championship, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's still not sort of done. And then you've got my lads Cardiff fighting for relegation or not to be relegated. So, what's happened?
Fingers crossed for them, Harry boy.
Oh wow, Kaminsky's dad tragically passed away. Huh.
Oofed.
I didn't know about that. Wow. Okay.
Gutted for him. Hope he's alright.
Yeah, that's a killer. R.I.P. Kaminsky's old man. Queen's Park Rangers, Burnley. No double game weeks this weekend for the Championship lads. Although I did see there is a double game week in the J League, I believe. I've got a couple of cards that have 2 games.
Well, there's J League games on the now.
Right, but there's like double
kickoffs
next week.
Yeah.
I had an Azawa clean sheet earlier, which was very welcoming for once.
Yeah, I got a Tanny clean sheet in.
Nice.
To get me a tier 4 or some crap.
Yeah, I'm in tier 5 Super Res. Not where you really want to be, but I think I'd take the 4 Essence.
Oh, Tanny conceded right at the frimming end.
No way.
Yeah, it must have been 93rd minute.
Stop it. That's the most J League thing ever, mate, I'm telling you.
Yeah, they lost 1-0. 93rd minute goal.
Piss off, man. That's brutal.
Jonsuke Suzuki, the under-23 hero. Guess how many points he scored?
The Shonen kid?
Yeah.
Don't say a lot. 58.
29.
Okay. As in like 29 points all in all, not 29
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, he actually has been off it recently, mind. Avispa conceded in 96th. Oh. Brutal.
Yeah, no, you didn't, Quinny. No, I didn't get a Tanny clean sheet. No, you didn't. Avispa keeper conceding the 96th minute. Jesus.
Sorry.
Oh. That's alright, buddy. Having a wee stretch myself.
What was I going to do?
Get ready for this game week.
What was I going to do? I was just going to check where I finished because I didn't realise Tanny lost his clean sheet. I don't know whether that did anything for me.
Ooh,
probably
yeah, maybe helped you.
Maybe. I was in like 12th in... yeah, still tier 5. I am 0.8 points away from PSU fans who is in 11th.
Oofed.
Just pipped me.
Let's hope for an up to change on that then, eh?
This might be the first card Yamal's won me.
Ooh.
Honestly,
nice.
It's a tier 5, but like, yeah, I think I've cursed Yamal.
Nah.
He's been rubbish. SO5 wise, I'm telling you, he's been horrendous. He had like 9 shots midweek, couldn't he? 4 on target. You just can't get a DA out of him. It's just bonkers. You got a DA on the weekend, but he didn't start. Nah, mate, it's killed me. I've cursed him.
Genesis fancies a big PSG win incoming tonight. Yeah, we're looking at that before. The team looks frightening good.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, I had a Lopez. I wonder if I can try and throw him into a team.
Loading up any of your Bundesliga 2 boys. What's his name? Cuisance?
I've got a few of them thrown around. I don't think anywhere too significant. Uh,
Yeah.
do I have in-season champ guys?
Austrian Bundesliga played midweek as well, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, I think there was some of that.
They go again this weekend. Can I hear a plane?
You can, yeah. Can you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the window open. Sorry, didn't realise it'd
Yeah.
be that loud.
It wasn't that, but bad. But yeah, you could definitely hear it. That's mad.
I'll better remember that for next time. The question of 30 minutes or Messi or 90 minutes or Carlos Hill. Ooh, that's a good one, Jack. I like that.
Well, I don't know. I'd say Gil, really, but
Well, is Messi on for 30 minutes or is he going to get 60?
I don't think he starts. I don't. Not with them. If they didn't play the midweek, I'd be a bit less worried, but they do.
Does Messi come off the bench? Like, if he doesn't start, is he
Yeah,
DNP
he
in?
does.
Yeah, he comes
No,
off the bench.
I think he'd come off. Yeah. I reckon he'd be in the squad, definitely.
Oh, fair enough.
The Rosenberg boys. See, Broholm got an assist or something or goal on the weekend. Last
Aye,
weekend.
Broholm's doing good. Broholm's doing good.
I've got him loaded with my Nipan. Or Nipan, sorry.
Who's on the verge of Villa? Have you seen that?
I did see that, yeah. He's too young, though. Like, you need to go out on loan or something. Like, you can't just move to Villa and just stagnate there, you know?
Yeah, I would trust Villa to like pump him out somewhere on
You'd hope
loan
so,
or whatever.
Little championship move or something, I don't know. I don't know.
Or like so they'll sell him to Ipswich for like for like 2 million with a buyback clause of like 40 million or something, and then
Yeah.
they'll get it. They'll do some Philogene
Spend the
action.
40 on him.
They know what to do, you know.
Yeah. Rodez versus Paris. Lorient at home. That might be a decent. I think it is a good fixture on paper.
Yeah.
Some of those boys. Still the Heinz show, isn't it? I think for Mets.
Aye, 1 man 100 capable wrecking ball.
He's just an animal. Tokyo versus Shimazu.
I've got genuinely no idea what to do with this extra goalkeeper.
Who did you get?
Lopez, if he's going to play, he's not great, but just
Champ Classic.
I've kind of filled that up already.
Okay.
I'm just seeing, yeah. I could maybe throw together under 23 team, and then play that Luis Junior for the Villarreal guy in under 23.
Yeah.
Is Brobby on to play? That's the only thing I need to check. See, he'd be my forward. Yeah, I know he's been crap, but
Big Brian.
Ajax forwards are not the worst thing. Yeah, 90%. Yeah, I think I might do that then. Under 23 it.
Wow, Lingard on a 20%. Returned to England to attend his grandfather's court case. Huh?
Oh, yeah, I heard that as well.
Who's Grandpa Lingard? What's he been up to?
I think he's 50-50 to be back for it, but he did I don't know, he's been up to.
Huh. I'm sure somebody in the chat will be in the know.
Yeah, somebody will hook us up with some intel.
And then La Liga 2.
That'll do. So put them in there. Yeah, I think under 23 is the play. Just about. And then Broby Boy.
Two Liga MX fixtures.
Just the two?
Yeah, Juarez, Pumas, and Monterrey, Pachuca.
Nice. Oofed. I'm not going to put it on. The accusation is in the chat if anyone wants to see it.
Oh, no way. Oh, my God. Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. All right, I'll save the Prem. The Scottish Prem.
There we go. Big Scotialand. So I'll get.
Is this the same Makalaka that was like Bryce Samba played for and stuff? Russian
I
team?
think so. I think we've looked into this already. I think it
Didn't they
is.
have a yellow badge though?
Yeah, they were yellow and black.
Yeah.
But I think they went bust or something. I can't remember. But it's definitely the same name of the place, I think, at the absolute minimum.
I was going to say, yeah, because it does ring a bell as much as it's not easy to pronounce. Or, yeah.
Angie Makakala.
Ma-
Or.
Yeah. Igor Akinfeev is still alive. Wow.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Pjanic. Does Pjanic score well?
Nah. We've looked at him before. He's minging.
Is he?
Minging.
Minging. Unfortunately, I have to make a run in 10 minutes, Quinny, for the old dentist.
Of course.
So hopefully we can get. We should be okay. I'll leave Serie B for now. Let me just move over to Croatia. Osijek versus Hajduk. Zagreb Rijeka, first v second. Big game.
Yeah. Indeed.
Ooh, Galesic ex-club. Don't be surprised if he pops up. Argentina. Gabriel Vega. There's something wrong with the Rosario keeper, isn't there? Oh no, Brown's back in. I thought something was up with that, but maybe not. Maybe not.
Some of these can keep it'll be hard to keep a track of sometimes.
River Boca this weekend, Quinny.
Yeah, Super Classico. I think they call that one, don't they?
Mm-hmm. There must be some atmosphere there.
Yeah.
Jesus. Independiente. Rodrigo Rey. Got Racing. I think they played yesterday or definitely played midweek. Sure they did. Velez Gimnasia. You're loading up your Sassuolo boys. Berardi on a 60. Ooh.
Yeah. Bardi's the only Sassuolo boy I've got, but I have got him in a team. Don't think he's too top of the priority list at the moment, but he's in somewhere.
Mm-hmm. What did I skip? I skipped Brazil. I'll do all the main boys in Brazil, and then we'll go over to the Scottish Premier League. Memphis on a 70.
Hey.
Cruzeiro versus Vasco boys. Felipe Coutinho on an 80. Nice to see. Bahia versus Palmeiras. Felipe Anderson, the GOAT. Santos, is it Neymar time?
Nah. He's still injured again for the third time, I think, this month.
Cuddled up with his sister, isn't he? He's tucked up.
Heaven forbid.
Well, wouldn't put it past him.
No. Yeah, stranger things have happened, I suppose.
Zildra, no, we didn't check the Al Hilal lineup yet because that wouldn't come under any of these 3 regions. But we can look at those when we go over there. Lennon Miller, is he locked in for you? I'm sure in a priority lineup.
I think I've put him in D1 under 23.
Nice.
I have. He's in with Works in Cherokee.
Oh, love that.
Yeah, I like that too. Do we keep Tanny in the best team, or do we put that Villarreal guy in? I think we keep Tanny, don't we? Tanny's Tanny.
Yeah,
but
Tanny. Let me do the Saudi boys. For all the sellouts that have Saudi cards.
or the unfortunate holders. Look at the Al Ali team again for me. Sorry, I missed. That's the only team I care about there. Gabri Vega. Strong team he's in now, by the way. I remember when he went there, he was like the only good player they had.
Yeah, they have a wicked team, don't they?
Yeah.
Come on then. The main lads then. Dundee United versus the boys in green and white.
Oh, so McBride thinks he's going to be the same team that played the semi-final. That's interesting. We obviously hammered St Johnstone after they beat us 1-0 in the league. 6-0 I think it finished, or 5-0, 6-0. This was the team that started. I could see him just keeping Forrest and Ida on from the start. Oh, that's a real toss-up. I've went Dice and Maidas everywhere. I think he probably will go back to Dice and Kuhn and Jota, but that's the only coin toss. It feels like Scales is back. It feels like Taylor's back. Hitate's in the form of the season. It's going to be a big one. It's all about nailing the 5 is the tricky bit. Because Vickers and AJ are quite safe, but Scales and Taylor can outscore anyone in the team if they do well enough, So do you take the risk on one of them, both of them? Multi-entry at its best here with the Celtic stacks. Only one will be perfect. What division will it be in? I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Huge scores there. Forrest is going for scoring like in 13 or 14 seasons in a row or something like that. Wow. So he's missed a wee bit through injury, but it feels like Rodgers is like, you're going to do that. We're going to play you until you score a goal kind of thing. So thinking about that as well, I could see it. Because it's now the split. There's very little games left. And after this, I think it's the derby with Rangers. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Ida and Forrest and Kuhn and Jota is a real 2 sides of the same coin. Tough one to call. No word of Schmeichel returning yet, despite him being back in training like 2 weeks ago. Like those pictures that gave us all fear. So Sinistalo is probably safe as well. But just watch for Schmeichel popping up and wrecking everyone's teams.
It's bound to happen, isn't it? Soon enough.
Because it's not been reported on or nothing. And the journalists won't ask about football. They just want to talk about headlines and try to sell newspapers.
Yeah. Right, that might be me, Quinny.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll take over the Scotland one from there. So I know you need
to. I did all the rest,
Harry Boy.
To be fair.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Did you finish on that? Apologies.
Yeah, you're good. Somebody might want to see him again, but
I've had a wee quick glance. But yeah. Oh, good luck with the dentist, Harry Boy.
Thank
Hope
you.
the game week goes better. Hopefully that's not tooth extraction.
No, no tooth extraction today. Just a cleaning, thankfully. But yeah, no, not looking forward to it. But I'm sure I'll miss out on some news now in the next 32 minutes, which will just be great.
Yeah.
No Friday Night Jeopardy for anyone tonight, lads. Make sure you've left a cheeky like on the stream. I don't think you've asked today, Quinny, have you? For likes?
No, I've not. I've actually just been ploughing through. But we are half an hour to the deadline, guys. We're only on 68 likes. There's only about 127 of you here, but so some of these are still chilling out, I think. But could we get to 88? I think if there's 127 of us here, 88 has to be possible. We've already got to the sweet number of 67. But could we get up to 88, the first magic number, and maybe squeeze into 100 before we rock and roll today? But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure, Harry boy. Good luck with this game week, and I hope the game week isn't tooth extraction for you. Good luck with the cleaning, obviously.
I appreciate that.
And yeah, man, thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it, lads. Yeah, all the best for the weekend, and yeah, good luck to you, Quinny.
Thanks, man.
See you in a bit, lads. Bye bye.
Dentist appointment and leaving almost bang on 2:30. I know Bill Star. Harry boy's got it all to do. He's juggling all the balls. He's spinning all the plates. But yeah, we've only got half an hour at the deadline. We've actually ploughed through everything except for. Oh, Harry did do the continental stuff, in fact, didn't he? We just went through those Asian ones. So yeah, we've actually ploughed through everything in pretty good order and pretty good time, which is great. I've got some teams. I guess I could just show you what I'm playing around with. I think I've just about thrashed out all my combinations, and you guys can let me know the main decisions you guys are wrestling with, weighing up between now and the deadline. And yeah, we might even have a shorter show slightly today as well, which is always kind of good for the lineup building efforts. Means I've got a wee bit of an opportunity to double check everything. But with top shooter, I've got one in season team, which was the last in season guys I had lying around that were thrown into this. So yeah, not really holding my breath on it. But the classic one, I actually think has got some merit. Memphis has got a tough game. But everything else there, that could be a really strong team, and the top shooter bonuses could make my scores a little bit punchier. I've put the Kawasaki boys together. Couldn't quite bring myself to put Yaman into that team because he's not going to get a shot. I put Savage there because I thought maybe he can get a wee header from a corner or something like that. But yeah, that's quite fun to see a wee bit of the Kawasaki boys getting reunited there. Matoma, Tanaka, Hitate. Just like back in the old days. MLS, we're going streaking with the Threes team. We're still in D2, but we're taking the NYC forwards and then Gutman and Gutierrez captain. I'm quite hopeful this can get me streaking for this game week. It's a good team. The fixtures aren't incredibly hard or brilliant, but I was quite close to it last week. We're only like 15 points, 30 points away. Something kind of reachable. I think this week we could do it. The flex team here, we don't really have another starting forward because we doubled up in forward for the dream team here. And maybe Elenic is now 50-50, so maybe I'll rotate him with Martins or something just to make that a bit more secure. I'll double check that in a second. I'm quite hopeful for this classic team. We've finally got an MLS team into a Division 1. And like I've got high XP. It's a nice kind of eclectic balance. It's not like a team stack or something like that. So it could go off. It could do well. I'm hopeful it does well, to be honest with you. 2 D2s, which are alright as well. They're not terrible. I've got an NYC stack, and then we've kind of got a best of the rest effort here. Oh, I received an offer. Is this a giveaway card or something? Or no, he's trying to swap me Tatis. That's not going to happen, mate. No, sorry. That's not going to happen. We ain't swapping Tatis, buddy. My Tatis max level, and then a 5%, 6% super rare collection, so that's not going to be shaking. Yeah, I suppose Jaden Nelson, I think I'll swap him for Bakrar, because he might just, even if he comes off the bench and stuff like that, if he's coming back into the team, sharing minutes again with that Ali Ahmed, let's pop him in there. Makes that team a bit more viable. And then, yeah, we're going to drop Elenic for Martins, I think, aren't we? No, I'm not. I'm going to keep Elenic. I don't think Gray would get thrown straight back in to start this match. Or maybe he would. Did Gray come off the bench in a match recently? That's kind of what I want to double check quickly. Where are we? I've got a Tavon Gray. There he is. We'll put a link on new tab. Just have a wee quick peek. Has he returned? Yeah, he came off the bench against the Revs. So, yeah, I think I'm going to move Thiago Martins from this limited team. And we'll put Elenic in the limited team instead. Yeah, I don't mind that. Just for safety with the rare. We can take a bit more of a chance with the limited one. With Ilinic. Now, I did have Rusnak in this team. I just bought him because he was cheap, and I didn't really check if he was going to be playing or not, so I think we'll drop that. Now, let's take away the played in our match. Ilinic, and then, yeah, maybe just swap him for Parks or something like that. Yeah, that'll do. And I think I've got a final team here that I've just totally... Yeah, that team can get fixed in a second. With maybe the Hack or the Shore. And this team here needs a striker. Kessel's not going to play anyway. Yeah, this is like a training team anyway, at best, so... Do I want to put Bakrar into that then? Where's the other limited team? We've went Jules Fernandez. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Bakrar's kind of getting shelved. Let's look at the rare team. Again, yeah, this is... Oh, Barraza's playing, isn't he? So this is a bit of a hedge team. So yeah, maybe drop Odin home for Bakrar on the hedge. And do we maybe play Gray in here actually rather than Risa? I think I might, by the way. I'm going to play Gray in there as a wee hedge play rather than the training lineup. And then if Gray plays, we've got a wee Barraza team there, which probably isn't going to do great, but you never know, could get lucky. And then that means these limited teams we've butchered up are really butchered up. So this is like a training team with Romero. These are two training teams, so I'm not too worried about them. There's nobody included in them that we're particularly wanting to maximise. Then this is... Yeah, so let's take the Johnny Shore into this team. Boom. Captain Freeze on that one. And then, yeah, this is training and training, so that's fine. We'll just fill them up. Sorry. Oh, 230 or 230, yeah. I'd see what you've done there. Very good wordplay. Very good wordplay. Definitely, I don't know if it went over my head, but it definitely, like, was not picked up on my radar. It's probably the way I would be slight. Oh, I've still got an O'Toole that I've not used in season, which he'll play. So let me look at one of those iffy teams. I'd put O'Toole in here actually and make it streaky. I think that's maybe what I'd do. No, but we don't care about the streak. Unless we do care about the streak. Where would we play that Parks if we did? O'Toole. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll drop this Pedrinho for Bakrat. Aye, we'll do that. So this little Barraza team. O'Toole. Yeah, let's do that. Captain O'Toole, he's definitely playing. Yeah, I don't. That's a nicer hedge. I like that one. If Gray plays, then it works. If Gray doesn't play, then it's dead. Don't really care anyway. But that team's somewhat dead before we altered it. And then this limited thing has it got easier now? Yeah, we're just about done, I think, aren't we? Yeah, that's fine. So none of these things change. In season, we've got that Pedrinho for training now, essentially, in this team. Bang. I think that's fine. And then the last limited training team, we need a in-season defender now, which isn't Tavon Gray, is Burke Risa. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. Love that. Okay, I think we've just about cleaned up a wee bit of MLS optimization there. which I'm quite excited about. Jadon Nelson up a team. And then the third in-season team's got a wee bit spicier. All the classics are fine. We've not altered them. All of our guys are projected to start, etc. Elenich here. Oh, maybe that's the last one we fix. Is this Elenich in the Man City stack? Or the New York City stack, I beg your pardon. And do we maybe put Thiago Martins in there? I'm going to leave... yeah, I'm going to leave the Elenich there because I fancy him to start. And if it fails, it fails. I'm not too bored about that. Champ. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I think the midfield I've still got... yeah, I've got no Goretzka now, do I? Oh, sugar, what the hell's happened there? Yeah, I've not really got many midfield options, actually, do I? All these guys are out. These are my only champ mids. I wonder, if we look at top shooters, classic, super rare, do I have a mid that's not one of those guys? Get Gabri Vega. I did just put him in under 23s, but for top shooter, him, Cunha and Tati, that might work. Our defender then, Angelino or Robbo or Bueno. I might just take Bueno. Angelino, but again, centre. I like Angelino. And then we'd have Skorupski. Don't need to worry about captain or anything, do it? Or cap bonuses. I think I might just do that instead. Top shooter super rare. Classic. Get the Gabri Vega in. Yeah, I like that. Hide that team. And then we need to fix under 23 rare now because we've taken that Gabri Vega out of it. Which was the Luis Junior team, which we threw together kind of last minute. Is there another U23 mid that's good that we've not used? Lying around? No. Is there another U23 mid that's good that we've misplaced, like put into a crappy team? Or we could swap. Or do I take that bro home out of there? Don't think there's any MLS guys we value that highly. The champ guys are fine. Yeah, champ guys are fine. Contender, we've got all the Celtic guys out. Green and white everywhere. Got to rinse it, I can feel it. Even all the way down to limited in season, feeling good. And then limited classic. Again, I shouldn't really get any DNPs here. Well, maybe the last team will have a few DNPs, but really good strength and depth there. So yeah, these teams here. Aranguiz, Saka, Paqueta Soler, Amiri. Yeah, nobody there. That's fine. So let's put that O'Reilly into midfield. And then just the best under 23 available that we've not used yet. Maybe Urko, double defenders. Yeah, I think Urko's probably the play. We don't really have anyone else that's that exciting. Some nice cards here, just not that many are viable. Yeah. Urko, 5th man, I don't mind that. He's good. Tight match. As long as he gets into the high 50s and we get promoted from D3. I guess that's all I can really ask of this lineup. Captain O'Reilly, of course. There we go. I think you're asking for a 30 playing Angelino. You think so? I was thinking because Inter played midweek. I don't think... Did Roma play midweek? We might go with Bueno for safety. Don't get me wrong. But let's go... Let's double check that. I think Ranieri's got great form with Roma. 19th to... Yeah, so they didn't play midweek. They're in good form. Not a lot of goals getting conceded. I know Inter are Inter, right? But if we look at the head-to-head on this, Inter have played way more games. They just lost 3-0 to AC Milan. I know this is the league and all the rest of it, but I suppose Inter at home. Roma away. Yeah. I don't think it's that bad a game. It's definitely not a great game for Roma. Roma need the points as well. Inter, oh, they really need the points. Yeah, maybe we just go Santi Bueno for a bit of safety there. Angelino. Like, yeah, 42, 46, but then if he had a shot on target or something, which I don't suppose he gets much of, I suppose. I would like to play Robbo, but he's not nailed. And we've got Bueno, who looks to be nailed. He could just be a really well-scoring defender. Jamie Vardy's going to score, but isn't he? I think I'll go with Robbo, if Robbo's on to play. Let's just double-check that Liverpool team again. Liverpool. 60-40. Bradley to start. Trent back from injury. Yeah, I think Robbo plays. Robbo's the man. Let's just go with that. Captain Cunha. And it's super rare. Unless James Wilson is suspended. Okay, where did I have him? I think he was buried in Contender somewhere, wasn't he? Limited, maybe? In-season forward, potentially? Yeah, he's in Classic. He was my first Classic forward, so... do I want to bring any of these guys up a team? So let's put Andrade into that team. Andrade. Boom. And then who do we have left over that we've not used yet? Santirod, Vidal. Telesh, well, he's only 40% on. He's been rotated a wee bit with the midweek pile-up. Let's just put Jimmy in there. Captain Jimmy. There we go. Awesome. So how many teams are we up to? 38. I don't think I've done Best of Europe, by the way, so we can definitely do that to finish up the show. But I think I've just about finished up my wee bits of housekeeping, covering two sides of different rotation options, having some throwaway training lineups out, having some good teams, but I really like the quality we've got everywhere here this week. Yeah. Tons of Celtic combos as well. I've surely got the combo nailed somewhere. Let's just hope it falls into place for me. Somewhere, somehow. Yeah, all the teams are built and ready to go. Yeah, I'm quite optimistic. I quite like that. Yeah, I'm happy with the way we've built everything out. Yeah, I don't think those guys would make a better team. Oh, it's awesome. Right, so we just need to now go and find ourselves Best of Europe. Let's have a wee peek, guys. Best goalkeeper of the weekend. Who do we think it's going to be? Petrovic got the form at home at St Etienne. I like that, by the way. I'm just going to reserve him now, but let's see who else we've got. Chevalier away to Angers. L5 isn't great, but that could be a good game for him. Damin, Suzuki, big candlestick scores, but tougher games. Magic Mike away to Venezia. I like that. Butez at home at Como. Butez has been on fire since I brought him into FC Barcelona. And look at Svilar, but living his best life, isn't he? Fulfilling that wonder kid potential. Pickford could be alright. Vanya, Kepa, Allison. Oh, Rono. We mentioned Rono in the show. I like Rono. He's away from home as well, so it could be a really spiky game. Really could be okay. I'm going to go Rono. I'm going to go Rono over Petrovic. In defence, I like the Barco shout. Kind of ties in. Oh, maybe we just go Strasbourg, by the way. Just go for the rinse. I don't know. Hakimi, feels like PSG are slightly dodgy. We want just a nailed-on big defensive performance. I'm going to go VVD. He's just signed that new contract. He's at home. What's not to like, really? In midfield, I like Xavi Simons coming back from suspension away to Frankfurt. Could be a good game. Nico Paz at home. Let's take a bit of that. We like to play Paz in Best of Europe because we don't have his card otherwise. Cherky is Cherky. And then like the PSG guys are really exciting, but you don't know the minutes they're going to get. I like Wirtz, by the way. I like Wirtz. Maybe we go for Salah as well on that kind of legacy Liverpool situation. I wonder if anyone else is like boss that's just kind of hidden down here. Like Scott McTominay. Or somebody like that. Bruno, yeah, I think we need Ballon d'Or winner, or Ballon d'Or candidate Jacob Murphy in here, don't we? Yeah, let's put Jacob Murphy in. It's only 60%, but guys, what's going on? Maybe Pope or De Gea. Yeah, Pope could be good as well, actually. I think we need a bit of Newcastle in this, don't we? No Northern Sports cards. We're not playing Ferry. He's not going to get any shots. Why is he only 60%? He's going for the Ballon d'Or. 90% here? Yeah, I'm taking that. I'm taking that. Predictify knows its stuff. 90% here. Yeah. Cherky, Murphy, Paz, VVD. Which could be like Livermento or Trippier and Pope. Bruno. We could just go. What's the prize pool? We need to get the top 500. Ideally, as long as we get to the top 100. Or yeah, you know how. Yeah, higher the better, obviously. But without a limited card, which I've not got for this week, Tejian and Kunku unlikely to feature. We've got all limited. Yeah, we're kind of aiming for, like, ideally, if we got top 100, that's a huge W. It's hard to imagine we could score any better than that. So really, top 500 is the base aim. And with Captain Cherky, anything is possible. Let's go for it. All common. Paz over Kimmich. You can say that again, Jack. At home to Genoa. I went for Kimmich, Cunha, Salah, Pope and Trippier. Nice. That's a great team. Let me know who you guys went for. Paz over Kimmich is going to be one of the comments of the day, because Paz is going to kill it against Genoa. Paz is going to kill it. Let me know thoughts and feelings, guys. We're not quite at the 88 like mark on YouTube. We are 10 minutes to the deadline. But let me know your best of Europe teams. That's what I like to be putting out for team 39. 39 lineups for me. Last weekend, I had 26 lineups going out with no Celtic, so that's an increase of like 11 teams. We got a bunch of Essence. We got a card, which was Mince, I think. I can't remember who it was now. A guy from Brøndby, which I've never heard of before, like a fullback. And yeah, good amount of Essence, wee tiny bit of cash. Can we do better than that this week? I am very hopeful of doing so. Not too sure what competition it will come from, right enough. Imagine best of Europe was my best result with the game week. Wouldn't that be something else? But guys, I think on that note, we'll just wrap the show up here. I've had a great time today. Thanks very much. We should be live again later tonight. I was live earlier today to go through the unveiling of the Quinny Invitational MFL Cup. So if you're interested in that, there was a stream out earlier today. Be sure to check out the preview, the profile of all the clubs, the competition itself, and everyone getting stuck in. We'll have probably a wee bit of GF Friday night action tonight, where we'll just be shooting the breeze, talking all things. But also the Quinny Invitational kicks off at 8 o'clock, so we'll have match day 1 results and a wee bit of a review around that as well. It should be good fun. If you haven't done so already, Harry Trades' channel is linked in the description of this video. Make sure to jump over there and hit the subscribe button. If you haven't done so already, please do hit like and subscribe here, of course. Don't forget to like, share, retweet, all that good stuff. Good luck to all of you guys this game week that came into the show and smashed the like button and locked in your luck ahead of the weekend, so you don't get DNPs, to make sure you pick the right captain. And ultimately, when you do win prizes, you want to make sure you get the best RNG luck possible. And for any of you guys that don't know this already, the like button is directly monitored by Sorare. They own and control the internet. They love the content from me and Harry. And if they see you're here watching the show, you don't even need to comment. They can just see you're here. You've not hit the like button. They'll make sure you're captain DNPs, and they'll make sure you're not going to get anything good. It's not the rules. I don't make them. But anyway, smash the like button. Let's get to at least 88. If you're watching this afterwards, let's get us up to 100. Have a great weekend. Good luck to you all. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.